Okay, yay. It's working. Okay, Jessica Keenan, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
I'm so excited you agreed to do this. And you're also a very special guest because you're a twin mom.
Yes, I am.
How
Thank you. I
old
like
are
to be called
your,
special.
you are special. How old are
Thank you.
your boys, right? It's two boys?
Yes, two boys. They're 3.5, so their birthday's in May. So about 3.5. Yeah,
Oh my gosh, wait. And are they identical?
they're identical.
Oh my
hmm
gosh. What were your honest thoughts when you found out you were having twins? Were you freaking out?
Oh my God. I just kept thinking like, I'm not, no, no, no. I'm not a twin mom. Like,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you know you're not something, like you're like, oh, yeah, that's them. That's like those women with those twins. Like, and then, but like now looking back, I'm like, oh, of course I'm a twin mom. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything makes sense that I
Mm-hmm.
am one, but in the moment I was like, oh no, 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 no. Like that's not me. Like, and
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with kids. Like I
Mm-hmm.
nannied forever. I watched kids.
Okay.
Like that's how I did anything. It's like, got money, everything. Went to
Mm-hmm.
schools because I just watched kids because I love kids. So, but twins was like,
That's
what?
like next level. I honestly always, so my daughter is about to be 7 months, and I feel
Oh.
like it's so hard with like one. And I literally think about twin moms all the time because I'm like, how do you do it? Like I genuinely, I'm like,
No, I know.
I
Do you
don't
know how many people, Sophie, tell me they'll come up to me and they're like, you know what? I was having a hard day, but then I thought of you. And I'm like, I don't know if that's an insult or like you hang
know,
outside, but
like
like sometimes
it's
people
like
are
the
like, but then I
biggest
thought of your life and I'm like, wait a minute.
it's the
Like,
biggest compliment because I'm just like
no, thanks.
moms can literally do everything and anything. But like and obviously we don't have any control over like how many we're having, but like no, I feel like anyone if you have twins, you should like automatically get like a grant from the state
I
for like a
agree.
bunch of money or
I agree.
something.
I don't, my husband's such a good dad too, and he's really
Uh-huh.
great with kids. And we always are like, we're like, how do other people like we like are so obsessed with kids, but like we know other people that I'm like, how would they wouldn't be able to do this? Like you just
Yeah.
can't.
How do you guys kind of like divide the workload with kids? I'm also asking for myself because I'm in the new
Yeah. So
new
our
phase.
one of the things that really like saved us, especially when they were like little, I mean, for us, we would basically just like we'd have our shifts, like it was
Yeah.
like my shift, his shift,
Mm-hmm.
so that we could survive.
Mm-hmm.
Because like some people do it together, and I'm like, but then nobody sleeps.
Right, right.
Like
Yeah, no.
then no one has a
Everybody.
break.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
we always did like, even though it was really hard to do 2 on 1, we would just be like, well, that's the only way we're gonna be all
Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah. No, it's survival mode. My brother, who has kids also, like before me, he like described having like little ones as just like Navy SEAL training almost. Like it's just like
Yeah.
baby like training,
Uh-huh.
like the sleep deprivation, like all
hmm
that stuff. But I'm sure
And
you're a few years into it now, so you guys I'm sure have learned
yeah.
a few
Oh yeah.
things.
We've learned so, but then you also forget so much, right? It's like so
Yeah.
funny because like I'll hold a little baby and I'm like, what do I even
Mhm.
do with this baby? They're so small, it's like it wasn't that long ago, but it's like I said, like I feel like you're just in it, and then it's like you almost look
Mhm.
back and you're like, oh my God, like how did
Mhm.
I do that?
Right, right. It's craziness.
It is.
Do you feel like do you feel like you've changed in stand up at all? Like how you obviously like everything changes, but like
hmm
obviously prioritizing different things. But do you feel like you're even
hmm
like comedy has changed a bunch? Like how you feel about jokes or what? I don't know. What's kind of been your experience now,
Yeah, I
pre-mom
mean,
stand up to now like stand
right.
up mom?
I feel like now I just feel I'm much more comfortable on stage. I think it's because I'm like,
Hmm.
oh, this doesn't matter. Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
see. Like I almost died giving birth. So
Hmm.
now I'm just like, what are we doing, you guys? What's happening here in life? Like
Uh-huh.
our kids are
Hmm.
what matter, like our family is what
Right.
and most people already know
Yeah.
that, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
But
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's almost like you like because stand up is it feels so I mean when it's your career, right, it feels so serious,
Mhm.
which sounds so funny because like it's like
Right.
comedy, but it's like you want to be
Right.
really good at it and you want to
Mhm.
and then you have kids and you're like, what am I doing? Like this is all so silly, this is all so
Right.
dumb. Like
Right,
but I
right.
do like I mean I do every show as I would before, but now I just am like if I eat shit, which I do all the time, I'm just like, yum. Like, I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
Mm-hmm,
matter. I just get
mm-hmm.
on stage. I'm like, oh no, you guys don't
Right.
like me. Big deal. Like,
You're like, I got three other people at home who like
I'm
me.
like,
So.
yeah, I'm like, I have to go home. I have to wake up. Like, there's just so many other
Mm-hmm.
things that are like, but now I do, it does, the only thing that does suck though is like when because I live really far. So when I have to drive really
Mm-hmm.
far and then I eat shit and then I gotta drive all the way back. And then in those moments, I'm like, oh, I gotta like, was that worth that? Because
Mm-hmm.
I could die on the
You're like,
road
you
and
have a
it's
lot
like,
of time to like think about things.
yes, yes. So then I'm like, I could die on the road and like my kid, I'd be like, this is not worth it. So now I do try to like think about like, okay, I gotta get paid enough. I gotta like
Yeah.
make sure,
Yeah.
it makes
No,
sense, which
I agree with the like you don't care about things. And I kind of said that at the like the live show. There's a
mm,
weird kind of like confidence that like
hmm I don't
pleasing.
know if it's confidence or it's just that we finally gave up. Like, I don't know.
You
I
surrender.
like your way of saying confidence, but for
I
me,
feel
I'm
like
just
it's
like, this is it.
confidence.
This is it. Like, I
Or
can't,
it
I'm
was
too
like
tired.
having your legs open for like 4 hours with a room full of people. You're just like everything goes out the window. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with confidence.
I like that. I like that about you. See, I'm just like, I'm too tired to care anymore. Like
Yeah.
before, I just like, I had the energy to be like, oh no, people don't
Mhm.
like me. This joke isn't good. Now I'm like, okay, like
Uh,
whatever.
the the first show I did like since like after I had my daughter, there
Mhm.
was just like I said to my friend who was running the show, I was like, this might be really unhinged. I'm just warning you. Like I but there was a different level of like comfortability I felt on stage that I didn't have before my
Yeah.
daughter. And so that was like a fun little surprise. But then also I do agree, it was kind of like I don't know, is this confidence or do I just not care? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think two things can be true, but I think it's just like, hey, it's like, it is a bit of a confidence of like, this is who I am. I just
Yeah.
had a freaking baby. Like, I can do so
Uh-huh.
much more than this. Like, there's that. So it's just how you look at it. But either way, it does change you quite a
Mhm.
bit.
Mhm. No, it's cool though. I'm going with the positive side of confidence.
Yeah, I like that.
What are your what do you feel like something you would tell your pre-mom self to like not care so much about that you do now? Or that you don't
Mm,
care about as now, but you did maybe
right.
before.
Like on stage or just in
Oh no,
general?
just in general, I guess.
Um, I mean, there's obviously the vain aspect of it. It's just like, why do you care so much about what you look like? Because this is
Mhm.
just like,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter at the end of the day, and it's all going to change anyway. And then you almost want to be like, be confident now because it's only
Yeah.
going to get worse. And it's like, it's so funny. It's like, I do feel like, however you kind of are about your body and about like things like that, it's
Mhm.
it's how you will always be, whether you're like,
Mhm.
in the best shape or the worst shape. It's just you're always gonna have those things that you're, insecure about. So I would probably just
Mhm.
tell myself like, hey, just, be like, this is it. This is the best it's gonna get. So you better just roll with it because you
Uh,
got to own it
that-
later. It's gonna get
yeah.
worse.
Is there something right now that you're just like obsessed with that your boys are doing? I know each phase is so different, but is
Oh
there
my
something you're like,
God.
oh, freeze this moment in time?
Oh, when they connect with each other and like when
Hmm.
they start to talk to each other and like really just like, oh, you want to come over here? Come over here with me. Like, let's go play with this. I'm like, like when they're like talking to each other and really like being, I don't, they're like
Like
actually, because
buddies.
they fight a lot, right? So they fight
Hmm.
all the
Hmm.
time. But now they're at the stage where they're like, they fight, fight, fight. But then there's like these moments where they like really play together. And when they start to laugh together on their own, like I'm like,
Oh, your
oh,
heart probably
like you guys,
explodes.
yeah, you guys are like making each other laugh. Like that's
Hmm.
crazy to me.
Hmm.
So that's
Well,
probably,
that's a good thing. Like, so I have two dogs, two boy
yeah,
dogs.
yeah.
And I remember someone was like, when I had one, someone was like, "Oh yeah, I know, it's easier with two because they just like play together." Do you, obviously, dogs and humans are different,
Yeah.
but is
But
there
no,
an
it's a
element
similar.
of that with your boys that you're like, "Oh, nice, they can like entertain each other now."
Well, I think we're gonna get there where there. But like when people are always like, "Oh man, you not just knocked it out. You just did it together." And it's like, no, 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 no. Like no one's knocking it out makes also it seem like it was like, "Oh,
Insane.
like you're good." Like you're like, "No, this was the hardest thing in the fucking world." And it's like
Mhm.
and people do think that they're like, "Oh, if you have another, they're going to play together." And right now, I mean, they fight a lot. They put them actually in
Mhm.
two different they're in like a little preschool and they put them in
Oh,
two
okay.
different classes.
Oh,
And
really?
I was at first
Because of the
like
fighting, or because they're just brothers
well,
and they're
well, they do that with like all twins, but definitely like I
mm.
know it's so hard there. You're always breaking them up, right? So like
Mhm,
at first I
mhm.
was like devastated, and I like spoke with the teachers, and I was like, no, they're not going to be okay. But really, like
Yeah.
looking back, like I'm not going to be okay. Like they're fine. They're totally fine. Like they're
Mhm,
doing so much better when they're in because they go on the playground together and then they can play, but
mhm,
then they go into different
mhm,
classes. So they're so much better. Like apart for a little bit and then they can
mhm.
play, but like yeah, I mean I know eventually it will be easier on my husband and I when they can just there's not gonna be so much
Like, do the
fighting, but they're
yeah, yeah.
three, so
Yeah,
they're gonna
there's
fight. They're not
right.
like they're still like not understanding sharing and
They'll get through it together, but
yeah, yeah, it'll be easier later, yeah.
I know it seems probably a while ago now. What do you remember much from your like postpartum experience, those kind of early months? Like,
um Gosh, I just
did you
when I
feel like
look
you had a lot of support, or how was that kind of
I did.
time?
I had support. My mother-in-law was here. She helped quite a bit.
Okay,
But
nice.
like I really don't feel like you can have enough. Like I just
Hmm.
there was so much like especially like health-wise and stuff, like people just kind of
Hmm.
like leave you and you're just like, okay, like you're like healing in so many
Yeah.
ways and you're just like
Oh yeah.
and then you're trying to like breastfeed or pump or
Hmm.
both and you're just like, what?
Hmm.
You're kind of like pushed aside, because you have to take
Yeah.
care of the baby or
Right.
babies. And so, which
Right.
I understand, but it's like there needs to be something else for moms because it is
Hmm.
really hard. And like, you almost don't, like, when I look back, I'm like, oh my, like, how did I get through that? Like, I mean, I
Yeah.
think I had
Oh,
hives
totally.
for a while. Like, I had like
From the
weird,
stress, just
I
or
don't know what it was from. Like, nobody could answer it. I'm like, cool.
oh wow,
and
wow.
and yeah, I had so many issue complications even after, so that
Hmm.
were like just like, oh, okay. And you're like, what? Like somebody
Hmm.
help me on top of
Yeah.
like having to take care of your kids, which is crazy.
It's insane. I know, and honestly, even like it's just one of those things until you like walk through it, you really have no idea. Like I've had
No.
people close to me have kids and I'm always just like, "Oh yeah, being a mom's probably hard." And then you like walk through it and you're just
Mhm.
like, "Holy shit." Like it just it's like another level. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
it's
do jokes about it because I just feel like I have to because it's I always say that everybody's experience is equal, like wildly different, but equally traumatic. Because I'm
oh,
like,
that's so
when you
good. Yes.
hear someone's story, it's not going to be your story, but
Hmm.
it's going to have the same level of trauma.
Right.
Don't
No,
worry,
100
yours is coming.
100%.
Like, I don't know what to do with it. I talk to everyone about like, their stories of giving birth and all of that. And it's like,
Hmm.
they're so crazy. These stories are insane what we've gone
What women go
through.
through is
Yeah,
nuts. Yeah.
they're all
I
like everyone's just so different and I haven't heard
uh-huh.
certain things or a certain medical
Mhm.
term or something happened to someone
Right.
and I'm like, "Oh my God." And like everyone
Mhm.
almost dies or like
Yes,
something
yes.
is so and then everyone's just like, "Oh yeah." It's like, "What?" Like did we skip that or like I don't understand why it's so like
Mhm.
it's just like whatever.
I remember saying to my husband after I delivered my daughter, like, one of the nurses gave me a shot in my arm, and
Hmm.
I was just, like, so numb to it. She just was like and I just felt nothing, and I said to my husband, I was like, "I feel like a car could hit me right now, and I would just, like, be fine." Like, you feel indestructible, but also, like, so depleted, which
But
is, like, the
also the
weird
worst ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane. Like, I was like, "I feel like I feel nothing right now." Like, it's
Yeah.
just such a
Yeah.
wild
Because
I don't know.
your brain protects you from so much of this. Like I feel like your brain, like I do. It's not that I forget a lot, but I definitely don't.
Mhm.
You can't think about it because you're like that was nuts.
You're like, "That
Like
was nuts, right?"
that was not okay. Like so
I
many
didn't
things were
know
not
this.
okay.
But my one of my friends was telling me that like women actually like we have hormone. I'm gonna get the terminology wrong, but what in the simplest terms, like
Yeah.
we forget what how intense labor is. Like our mind really does because like
Yeah,
you'll not,
it
like
can't
no one would be
withstand
having
it.
more kids.
Yeah,
Like
I do
we
a joke about that too because because women are always like, because I'll be like, why did you do that again? Because I will never do it again. And every
Mhm.
woman is always says the same thing. They go, oh, well, eventually you just forget. And they say it cute. And I'm like, no, 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 no. You forgot because that's a trauma response.
Right,
That's
right.
not cute. It's like
I
your
didn't know
brain,
that.
yeah, it's your
Like
brain
I'm
protecting you. It's just like if
being like,
anything horrible happens to you, like people are
mhm.
molested or whatever, and they don't
Right,
remember till they're like
right.
way later in life because it's not because they need to do it again. It's because
Actually, so wait, that's so wild. I didn't even realize that makes so much sense. It's a trauma response. I just thought it was just like some like body
it's
thing
not
that
like
you're like,
people say it
yeah,
cute. Like they're like, oh, you're gonna forget and then you're gonna do it again. And you're like, no, no, like that's not cute.
that's crazy. I
Isn't
just
that
thought it
nuts?
was like
Yeah.
more, I mean, it's protective for sure, but yeah, because
Yeah.
I just remember right after I gave birth, I talked to my sister-in-law and she's like, and I was like, who would keep doing this? Because it was like so fresh. She's like, oh yeah, no, your body forgets. Like and but it's crazy. I already see it because I look at my daughter right now and I was like, oh, I could have another one of you. Like, and
Hmm.
I was like, what? I'm already saying this. Like,
Yeah.
it's wild.
You're being protected. Yeah. Well, and
Oh,
it's obviously like we look at our kids and they're so worth it. So
yeah.
there's that aspect of it. It's like, oh my God, if I had to do that again for
Hmm.
these boys, I would do it in a heartbeat. But it's also like if you
Hmm.
look at the grand scheme and like that's so crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's so wild and beautiful. And someone asked me how I was doing the other day, and I was like, it's amazing and awesome and awful and wonderful
Hmm.
all at the
Yeah.
same time. What do you have any like not guilty pleasures, but what is your like kind of like break for yourself? Like do you go to Target and like spend an hour just
Oh
staring
my
at, you know what I
God.
mean? Like what are your
I
kind of like
feel like
ooh.
everything, which is so sad, right? Because when you become a mom, like I'd find myself like, I don't know, like how long it took me to just go to a store, but like I felt like I was in Target and I was like, like I'm out. Like there was like the guilt part of it, but then there was like
Uh-huh.
it was like the it was almost like when you're young and you get to like go to the mall or like you feel like you're like doing something
100%.
like I gotta get home, but like
Mhm.
in this moment, which is like every little thing feels like a like oh
Mhm.
my gosh. And it's so funny. It's like that should not be a guilty pleasure. Like going to the store. And it's also like I'm shopping for my family, like
Right.
getting them food but
Right.
those are like the
Right.
times where I'm like, oh my gosh,
You
like
feel alive, right? You're like I had that actually happen literally last Saturday night. My daughter like
mhm.
went to sleep and it like she went to bed really early for some reason. It was just like out. It was like 7 or 7:30. And I was just like, "Hey, it's a Saturday night." And I said to my husband I was like, "I'm gonna go grocery shopping." Like I'm and
I'm gonna, yeah.
I I felt like I was like betraying her almost. Like she didn't know I was
Hmm.
like out of the house, you know? But
Yeah.
like I was out at night at 8 p.m., like in a
You
very
feel like you have
quiet.
to be home. Like you feel like you have to
Yes.
be there with them. And so
It
that,
was so
like,
weird.
yeah, I
Yeah, no, and
know.
I was like, she's gonna be like, where are you? Like she was asleep, but I was like,
Yeah.
it was a weird like feeling almost of when I would sneak out in high school. Like it was like
Yeah.
that same
Yeah.
feeling of being like, they don't know I'm not here. But
Yeah.
like it was just so weird because but then also I was like, this is awesome. Like I was just
Yeah.
listening to music in my car and I was like, I felt this freedom and I felt alive.
Which is so sad. It's like you're just
I
in your
know.
car. But like when you really look at like, but you do really feel that. Like you feel that into
Yeah.
your core. You're like, this is not, I shouldn't be gone this long. Like,
Mhm, mhm. I know, and my husband was like, "Oh, man, you really took your time," and I was like, "Did I? I don't know.
like what?
What are you talking about?" But it was no, it was just last weekend, and I was like, I
Yeah.
feel like it makes me feel young again.
I'm alive. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Um, how's your relationship like with your husband evolved in different ways since becoming parents?
Oh my God.
My
I
husband
feel
and I
like
just stopped hating each other, that's why I ask.
You just stopped hating each other? Yeah.
Now that she's like sleeping longer stretches.
Yeah, it's the sleep deprivation that really gets you like psycho with
Hmm.
everything. But I think
Hmm.
for us at least, it's helped us quite a bit like communicate. I mean, we're still not great at it, but we're so much
Hmm.
better than where we started because you have to be really clear on
Oh
certain
yeah.
things with your kids, like because or if you miscommunicate, it's like it blows it up, you know? And so like I feel like
Hmm.
we've gotten a lot better at like being clear on what is needed, what we want, what, you know, has to be
Hmm.
done. Cause that is just, I mean, I remember they'd be screaming and we'd be like trying to like talk over each other and we get so mad and it's just
Yeah.
like so escalated and it's like,
Hmm.
it's so insane. Like, and I just felt like we had like zero communication skills. I'm like, hello, like I just said, like, how is this so
Hmm.
difficult to just say one thing to you?
Hmm.
And it's like, if you don't have that going in, it's really hard. And I feel like we didn't have that. We were like, oh God, we got to start from like,
Hmm. It's like
so,
what is it? It's like parenting yourself too. I saw
oh yeah.
something about, you know, like
Uh-huh.
I mean, I just find that my husband and I have like the dumbest argument. Like we'll like
Oh, yeah.
it's always when you repeat it to a friend, especially someone who does, like my best friend does not have children, which I love her. I talk to her all the time, and some of the like
Yeah.
I'll say that we got into like an argument about like a swaddle. Like it's the dumbest
Uh-huh.
stuff.
I
And
know, but it
she's just
means so much
it
in that
means so
moment. It
much.
means so
You're
much. And
like,
then also you have to remember, like, we're so hormonal and we have
right.
so many things going on. And it's like every little thing. I
Mm-hmm.
remember I was always like crying over stupid shit all the time. I was just like
Mm-hmm.
crying and I was like, you don't
Mm-hmm.
get it. You don't get it. And he was always like nice. Like he was like, yeah, I don't. Like I can tell you're like, you know, but like, God,
Yeah. That was
but
a real
yeah.
challenge for me. I feel like it was just one of the like my husband and I always been like very chill when we dated and were married, and then like I just it was the most I ever felt totally misunderstood by him, like
Hmm.
postpartum. Like I was just
Yeah.
like
You
I
don't
feel like
get me at all. Yeah.
yes, and it's so stereotypical. Like you don't understand me.
Yeah.
But like literally, like I would just be like I could tell him something and he would take it and he'd be like I can see that, but I could you just know. You're like
Hmm.
I'm misunderstood right now. I'm
Yeah, which
an
is makes us even
angsty.
more wild. Yeah.
Yeah, which yeah, no, which makes you just go off even more. So that I mean, I've been better about it now, but like that to me was such an adjustment in those first like really like hardcore like
Early
three and a
on.
half months of
Yeah.
just being
I always
like,
say like I think it's like 3 months is where you kind of start to see the light, you know, where you
yes,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah,
get more like, okay, now
yeah.
maybe I'm like
Hmm.
can become a real person again.
Right. Well, and I think the thing that's so scary about the begin is like you just don't know. Like you don't know when anything is gonna
It's
get
gonna
better. Like
oh, you never
you
know.
you
Or
don't
if it
know.
will, or
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. You
Yeah.
know, and I think what's almost like worse is like people will tell you like, "Oh, my baby started doing blank at this point." So then
Yeah.
you have that like number in your mind.
Yeah. And you're like,
And
it's not
and
happening. Yeah.
like literally my first pediatrician appointment with my daughter when the like one that's like a week when they're a week old or
Right.
whatever, there's like this mom in there and her kid was like 6 months or something, and she was just like, oh yeah, no, I felt a big shift at like 8 weeks, and I was like, oh fuck, why'd you tell me? Because then in
Yeah.
my mind I just like kept being like it's all gonna change at 8 weeks, like, and
Yeah.
like she was saying, you know, she stopped getting like fussy and stuff got better, and
Hmm.
so then I was like, when literally like the day of 8 weeks came around, I was like, okay, this feels the exact same. And it was such a letdown. But
Oh,
I'm like,
really? Yeah.
yeah, like but it's so
Yeah.
different for everybody. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
it's
Like,
so
and
different. Yeah. It's the
so
same
it's
as like
just,
people would always be like, "Oh, if you breastfeed, if you like you're going to lose so much weight." Was I
oh,
losing weight? Not a drop. I'm
I
like, "What are
know.
you talking?" Like I'm so vain. I felt like I was just doing it to lose weight and like I
Mm-hmm.
was pumping till like 4 months and I was like making like
Uh-huh.
I was making nothing. Like they were eating so much. Like I was like giving them like a
Mm-hmm.
little appetizer. Like they would literally be like, "Next," like just like a shot, but I was doing it because I was like, oh, I'm supposed to be like losing weight, like this. Nothing was for
Mm-hmm.
me. It wasn't. That was not. So I was like, Jessica, like, what? You're obviously just doing this to be vain, and you're so miserable. Like pumping, like I would be pumping before shows, like just like in the
Mm-hmm.
car, and like it was just
Mm-hmm.
I was so miserable doing that.
I don't know
And
why everyone says that, honestly. I also am breastfeeding and I was like, oh, I'm gonna drop all this weight. And then like literally
I
nothing.
hate that. Yeah, I'm like I'm eating more, and
No,
so
right? Right?
I'm really not moving a shit ton. So like
I
I'm like,
need I need to debunk this myth though, because I feel like people always say that, and I was reading or I was like Googled like why the fuck am I not losing weight
hmm
breastfeeding? But the thing I read actually said it's harder because your body like holds on to fat more because your body's like, no, we like need
I
to
bet you
like
it's like some bodies do, and then some bodies like I'm just. But I'm always
it's
the one that's
genetics.
like the worst. Like I'm always the one that's like, you're not gonna be that girl.
I know. Yeah,
That
no,
ain't
I
gonna
saw
be
this
you.
this girl who was like so skinny right after she
Oh,
just gave birth and she was like, "Oh man, yeah, it's the breastfeeding." So I was like, "Okay, that's gonna be me." And then I was just like, "Okay, this
yeah.
isn't my journey."
Yeah, you always go into it with such high hopes. I would see like girls with like a little bump, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be
hmm
me," and I was like, "Oh, not me, not me."
It's okay. It's like yeah, it's just hard not to compare from pregnancy to
Right?
postpartum or to any of it, you know what I mean? Some of it's
No,
good, some of it's bad, but it's like you're like, okay. And the internet, oh my God, forget it. The amount of TikToks I see geared at me now being a mom are insane.
oh, I know.
The advice and everything. And I remember
Mm-hmm.
actually I saw a comic when I was pregnant at a show, and I was just like nervous. I was like 7 or 8 months. I was like, "Hey, how are you just like managing life?" And she was like, "Oh, so are you gonna like sleep train?" And I like didn't even know what that was. And
Yeah.
I was like, I'm
Why would you?
already
Yeah.
overwhelmed. I don't know what any of this
Yeah.
means.
Why
Like
would you? Yeah.
it's just so
Mm-hmm.
funny. So I've realized that like everything, nothing makes sense until you're just like going through it.
Exactly.
Like even
It's
at
hard.
like the baby
Yeah.
shower stuff, like people gift you all this stuff, like the Frida nose thing, swaddles, and I was like, what does all this do?
This is like a lot. Yeah.
I'm like,
Were you
oh.
ever like around kids or no? Was it all kind of
Um,
new?
it was all pretty like new because I'm the
Mm-hmm.
youngest in my family, and also my
Okay.
family's all in Chicago, and I've lived in LA for
Oh,
10
okay.
years.
Gotcha.
So like I have not really been around like babies. I mean, I've like visited with friends. You know what I mean, like in
I've seen
passing.
them in the wilds, but I've
I've
never
seen
really,
them at
yeah,
the stores, but I've never like really spent time with a
yeah,
baby, which everyone thinks is insane. And the kids I nannied were like older. Like I just the
yeah,
baby
it
thing
wasn't like, yeah.
was
My
yeah,
best
so
friend just
I
had
yeah.
her baby, and my best friend like never changed a diaper before, was never, we were like, how is she gonna do it? Like, we were like, and
That was kind to me.
she's
Yeah.
so great. Like, I'm like, it's almost sometimes really good when you don't know anything because she's just like learning as she goes, just like trucking
hmm
along. And I'm like, oh my God, I thought it was gonna be so much harder for you just for like just not knowing literally anything. Like not like how
hmm
you are, like just and it's almost like,
It's like
oh,
a clean slate. You don't know
it
you
is.
don't know
It's
what to
almost like you don't
expect.
go into anything with any expectations. You're just like, what does this do? Oh, okay, I guess I'll do that. And I'm like, oh my God.
No, I literally remember being at my baby shower and just like all the stuff we got. I genuinely didn't know what like 90% of it
Yeah, that's how
did.
she was. She was
did.
like, "Oh, what is this for your nose?" And we were like, "No, that's not for your nose. Like that's a breast pump or like whatever." It's like we were like, "What?
Yes.
Like you're
That
not
was
going to
literally
be."
me. The
Yeah.
day I had to set up my pumping stuff, I felt like I was in like a chemistry experiment. Like I
Yeah.
genuinely
Well,
was
that's
like,
new to everyone, I think, no matter what. Like it's not like I nannied and I pumped with the mom. Like I that was weird.
I think that was part of my breakdown too. I just felt like I didn't know what the fuck was going on, even to the point of like things.
hmm
Do you know what I mean? I was like, I don't know how this goes. What like
Yeah, that thing is so weird. I don't I like still I feel like like the noise haunts me like
Mhm.
oh my God.
Do you have any weird uh like thoughts at night, like something really random with your kids where you'll just kind of pop up and be like, are they in their room? Like I always wake up still and I'm like, is she in her crib?
Oh God, I try to not spiral because I can spiral really quickly. Like I can like unfortunately because I'm a creative, I can get
Mhm.
really creative on like different ways that they can hurt themselves or they're not
Yeah.
alive or so I
hmm
have to like really stop myself because if I hear a noise, that's like one thing with me is like
hmm
I'm a light sleeper too, and then I
hmm
can like make up scenarios so I do not do well. And the boys are in the room like literally right next to us.
Uh-huh.
We have a very small place and they're
Uh-huh.
next to us. We had was so dumb because we had like what do you call it? Like the camera, but also the monitor. And
Oh
so
yeah.
it would be like, it was so stupid. We can hear them. They're literally right next to us, but we also had a monitor. So they would just be like, "Wah, wah," and it was like, it was
Oh,
quadruple the sounds because there's two of
oh my
them.
gosh.
And then there's two coming through this. And it was like, we
Mm-hmm.
were like, it was like, wah, wah, wah. And so it's like, I can
Mm-hmm.
hear I don't need extra hearing device because again I'm also a light sleeper, so like I can
Uh-huh.
hear like a pin drop. I'm just like
Mm-hmm.
psycho. So like I actively have to like stop myself from,
Before even, yeah.
yeah, because I'll go, and if I go it's
Mm-hmm.
like I won't ever
Mm-hmm.
sleep
Were you a
because
light
it's so
sleeper
scary.
before being a
Hmm.
mom? Oh, you were,
Yeah,
okay,
I'm
so
just a light sleeper. Yeah, my husband
okay.
snores, so we've always had that issue because I'm like,
Okay. My sleep changed. I was like I could sleep solid before, and now
oh,
I'm like always kind of awake.
hmm,
Which is
yeah, yeah,
but
isn't that
again, I
scary?
don't know if it's like this my mom told me before I gave birth. She was like, "Yeah, they say like once you become a mom, you'll never sleep the same again." So I like don't know if it's just planted in my head or
Yeah, no, it is a
like
thing. It's definitely a thing. Like everybody always says, like, you're not going to sleep. Everyone knows that you're not going to sleep. But
hmm
what I think the part that's like almost missing in that, like, you're not going to sleep, it's not because the baby's just up. It's also when the baby is sleeping,
Yeah,
you're still not okay. Like,
right. No,
you're
100%.
so, like, people say, oh, you're not going to sleep. Like, and we're like, yeah, yeah, I know. Like, the babies don't sleep. But then you're like, even when they're asleep, you're still
Right.
scared,
Right.
so that
Trying to
for
shut off your
forever.
mind. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
forever. So it's like
Right.
that's the problem. Tell everybody that. Tell them that you're just scared for life about your kids.
Right.
Like you're just
Right.
not okay.
I just can't fully calm down. Like actually
Yeah.
last night I had a pretty deep sleep, but then I felt um I had a dream, which I haven't really been dreaming a lot because I feel like I haven't gone into a
You're
deep
too
enough.
tired.
But it was a stupid ass dream. This like raccoon just kept trying to attack me for like the whole dream, and I was like, what does this mean?
So
I need to
peaceful.
Google.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and so I'm like, I this is like my break. This is my mind resting
Hmm.
now. Like
You're like,
so
great.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Um I always like to ask this kind of question towards the end is the thing. What is
Hmm.
something that you feel like you hope that your boys always like know about you as a mom? Whether it's like
Oh.
forever, almost like your legacy to them.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
not
You
your
didn't prep
legacy,
me
but
for this
I
like deep.
know. I well, I
Sophie,
like
this
I
is
like
deep.
I like a deep one, and I
Know
see
about
this as
me?
I'll give you some like
Okay, yeah. Oh my God.
examples just to like get
Hmm.
your mind stimulated. Like um Kayla who was on was saying
Yeah,
that
I
like
love Kayla.
she hopes that her daughters just always know that like she always like went the extra mile, like whether it was like getting the Halloween costume they wanted, like
Aw.
and then Manon had said that she just hopes her son always was like his true self like around, like he could always be like his most
I
authentic
love
self
that.
like
Yeah,
in
that's
front of
always like a
her.
thing that's what I want for them is to like
Hmm
know who they are. Like that's like my main goal is just like I want them to just figure out who they are without anything coming from anyone else, including,
hmm
their parent. Like I just want them to just know, like figure out who they are. And I know that's so hard with
hmm
so many things like around you and there's so many outside
hmm
noises. And so like I think that's something I've always struggled with in my life, and I had so many
hmm
things like holding me down from understanding who I was. So I want to make that easy for them. Is like that's like
hmm
always what I say for like my main goal for them is just to like
hmm
just know who they are, which is so hard.
right, right. And I think it's like to know like kind of along lines of that is like knowing that your mom always accepts you like as you are,
Of
because I feel like
course.
sometimes I see and everyone sees it, there's like adults that act very different around their parents or different people, and
Right.
so that
Yeah.
is has to be an amazing feeling to be like, oh, I just continue to be my same self around
Yeah.
my
Or even
parents
just
or
like in
mom.
school or whatever. It's like I
Mhm.
don't, you want to fit in, so you just act a certain
Mhm.
way. It's like I want them to like know what those things are within them. Like, but I don't know how you
Mhm.
like actually do that. But like
Right,
I
right.
want to
Yeah,
make it
no.
easy for them. It's like,
Doing it is a different
yeah.
thing than saying it. Yeah, 100%. But it's cool. I feel like you get to, when you have those things in mind, then you're kind of like aware of it. And
Right.
then, you know, so now you just think
So
about it.
my
Oh,
husband and I are like always very like observant of them and like,
yeah.
trying to figure out who they are and like, we're so interested in both of their personalities, especially because they are
Hmm.
identical and we want to make
Right.
sure like, okay, we're like very like, you know, we're seeing who they are. And I'll
Hmm.
tell you this story really quick, but
Yeah.
one of our little boys, I Keon is his name. He was like, I don't know how old he was. He was so little. He was like 10 weeks or like
Hmm.
so small. And my husband's like, I think, he's like, I don't know how to say this. I'm like, what? He's like, I think Keon might be gay. And wait. And I was like, oh my God, I think that too. Okay. So, and which is like, he's fucking 10, like,
Yeah,
what are
yeah,
you
yeah.
talking about? But
Right.
wait, it's
Right.
because like he was given a vibe. He was given a vibe.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
And it was just funny that we were both like at 10
Yeah,
weeks,
yeah.
like, come
Yeah,
on. Like
yeah.
he gave like a bit of a judgy, like a little bit of like he did a lot of this. And we were like, and it was like, I would never have said that out loud.
Hmm.
Just because I would feel
That's
crazy to
so
be that young,
funny.
but we're so
Right. 10
like,
weeks.
yeah, we don't see it
Hmm.
anymore, so we're a little annoyed.
But hey, you're
Um,
like, we
but
have
we're
that
like,
space
we
for him.
would if it's yeah, we'll do whatever. We'll like we're gonna be on top of it before you even know. Like,
That's so
so
funny.
that's
Oh
like
my
what I tell him
gosh.
because I'm like, oh my gosh.
Well, if he does come out one day, if he
I'll be like,
does,
we knew it at 10 weeks. It's gonna be like my other son, and he'll be like,
yeah.
hello. No, I'm just kidding.
He's gonna be like, what about
Way to
me?
be aware,
Oh
mom.
my God, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. What is so I'm gonna post this shortly, but it's
Mhm.
mid-November. So what's the best way for people to find you, follow your stuff? Is there
Um,
anything you want to plug right now?
the best way is usually on Instagram. So it's just J Keenan Comedy. That's just kind of like where I post my shows. And I kind of
Yeah.
like I'm not like scheduled out. Like I usually kind of just because I'm a mom, so I usually kind of
Mhm.
take it in and like what can I do this month? And I'll go, so people are always like, what's next? I'm like, you guys, for the most part, I'm like a
Mm-hmm.
day-to-day gal and I just do it as I
100%.
can. But I feel bad that I'm not more like on top of it, but I'm like, guys,
No, you got it,
it's
man.
a lot with kids. I'm like, woo.
Instagram is the way to find the most up-to-date stuff, so that's good. Yeah, no, and also the other thing about starting the show, I realized comic moms are probably the hardest, including myself, the hardest people to plan.
Well, yeah, and I feel so awful because like I like honestly before having kids like never canceled,
Uh-huh.
never like I was just like, well, what else did I have to do? I just had to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
at work, big deal. And
Uh-huh.
now I'm like, oh my God, because sometimes like someone's sick, and then I have to be like, I feel
Mm-hmm.
too guilt. Like I'm not gonna feel good going to a show when one of my kids is sick. I'm just not
100%.
like.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel so bad
Yeah.
because like we're mostly talking to like male comics, right? Who like don't have kids, and I'm just like, my kid's sick, and they're like, okay, and you're
They're
like,
like, they don't
oh,
get
you
it.
don't
Yeah.
get it, yeah. Some of them do. Some of
Mm-hmm.
them are really great, but some of like, I'm like, sorry, like I can't do it.
It's just funny because you said you go month by month, and literally, I feel like I'm going like day by day because it's funny that like the comics and
Hmm.
the moms have been reached out to. Everyone's like on the same scheduling vibe though, which feels really nice
Yeah,
because we're all just like, hey, this is a tentative date, but like we'll see down to the minute if it's
I
gonna
know,
work.
and I feel bad because a lot of the clubs will like send me an email like, hey, when are you available? And I'm like,
They don't
I
understand.
don't. I'm like, can I get one like a week by week
Yeah, yeah,
situation? Can I just like
yeah.
text
Right.
you like, hey, can I come in tomorrow?
I know. It was funny. I was working at the nightcap like before when I was like pregnant, and then I was
Uh-huh.
obviously gonna like I stopped when I gave birth, and they were like doing the schedule, and the owner was like, so like yeah, just let me know when you want to come back, how you want to schedule, and I was just like, I don't know, dude. I just like don't know how I'm gonna schedule anything. Like it's not that I don't want to. I just genuinely have no
It's
idea.
yeah. And I try, yeah, yeah, like I feel like I'm being so disrespectful because like I feel like I'm like
Hmm.
some like Gen Zer that's just like, whenever I am like mentally, but it's like so true. I'm like, I'm not
Yeah.
mentally okay like every day, or like there's something going on where it's like,
Hmm. So no, I appreciate you. It's worked out to with like I've been lining up nap times with moms and
That's
stuff
so great.
doing
I
this.
know. Just
So
doing this was so difficult. And it
I
was like, I
appreciate you
felt so
so
bad. Like,
much.
that's why I was like, I don't
Oh
even
my
know
gosh,
Sophie
no,
yet. And I'm
dude.
like, is there anywhere in between us? 'Cause it's like such a
Don't
drive. And
even,
like,
no. I'm trying to make being a mom cool again and people get on the same page,
I love that you say
with
being a mom
schedule.
cool again. Like, being a mom has never been cool. How about we try to make it just being a mom is
Just
cool
Just
now?
yeah,
We
being a
like
mom is cool
starting.
now. I'm trying to make mom trending, like a trendy thing, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
collectively, I think if everyone, all my friends are mothers, we'll all get on the same page.
No.
So, but no, thank you so much. I'm
Of
so happy
course.
you were
Thank you
able
for
to
having
chat.
me. Me
And
too.
yeah, you look amazing. You sound great. You look great. You're an awesome mom. And
Oh, you're so sweet. I can't, I want to hold your
yeah,
baby. I miss that
yes.
stage. Now I'm at the point where I'm like, give me that baby.
Oh, hey, if
You're like,
maybe
come over.
you're
Yeah.
already you're forgetting already that
Yeah.
labor, maybe you'll
No,
want
I hold
more.
other people's babies and I'm like, here you go. I haven't forgotten. I'll
Oh
never
my
forget.
gosh. Oh, well, thank you so much.
Thank
You have an
you.
awesome rest of the day, okay?
You too.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.